All right, good evening, my friends. We're going to bounce around to a lot of little topics tonight. This is Zero Hedge. This was tonight, actually. White House review blames botched Afghan withdrawal entirely on Trump. Again, these people think we're fucking idiots, but we're not. We're smart people. We've been educated. And I mean, I don't know about you. I've actually got some long-term memory, and I remember that Beijing Biden was installed in January of 2021, and this happened in August 2021. So you guys had 9 damn months to figure this out. They pushed the date from when Trump had it planned to in May, I believe, before the summer fighting season, to September 11th as a show of symbolism. I remember that. You remember that. These people think we're so stupid that we don't. So, John Kirby, who's, oh God, he's such a fucking liar. Beijing Biden's choices to how to execute a withdrawal from Afghanistan were severely constrained by conditions created by his predecessor. No. So, moving on from there. Now, we're just going to take a look at MSNBC here. I'm not going to subject you to too much of this AIDS. Check to see none of the stories I'm going to cover here are even mentioned anywhere here. But guess what they are talking about? Trump, Trump, Clarence Thomas, Uncle Tom. I love Clarence Thomas. Trump, white grievance, racial grievance politics. Racial grievance politics, conservative Supreme Court justice, Trump arrest crossover event. Get the fuck out of here. So here we go. This is the Independent Sentinel, my friends. While people watch the brag circus, the Saudi prince say he doesn't care to please the U.S. anymore. So Saudi Crown Prince, this is all about de-dollarization, my friends. Saudi Crown Prince bin Salman says he doesn't care if Biden misunderstood things about him. And yesterday's reports indicate he's no longer interested in pleasing the United States. Goodbye, petrodollar, even though it really was the keeping the ocean lanes, the sea lanes, free from piracy dollar. The U.S. Navy is still the strongest in the world, but Russia and China, I believe, have United States carriers defeating technology, and we don't. It just goes to show you. And that's hypersonic missiles, my friends. Could bring down an entire carrier fleet. So, I don't care when you ask whether Biden misunderstood things about him. And it says it's up to Biden to think about the interests of America. Biden doesn't think about the interests of America. He just basically wants to make his diversity hire people happy. And they're a bunch of race grifters. They're just either complete frauds or race grifters, my friends. So Prince Salman is no longer interested in pleasing the USA. And OPEC may drop, Saudi Arabia may drop oil sales in the US dollar, which would be a huge problem. I'll find an article and give you my speculation on what the United States would look like if the U.S. lost reserve currency status. Here's a spoiler. It's going to be really fucking ugly. Okay, really fucking ugly. This was earlier today. Also, Zero Hedge. French pension protesters stormed Paris BlackRock helicopter headquarters. You'd think MSNBC would just even mention that once. No, not not even one pixel of their homepage. Didn't bother searching, wanted to get away from that as fast as possible. So they stormed. Protesters gathered outside BlackRock's Paris headquarters. BlackRock's worth like $10 trillion, by the way, and they have now stormed the building. Railway workers have taken over the BlackRock HQ. The French military is not to be trifled with, my friends. There's lots of jokes about them in World War II, but they just made a lot of errors. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with 10 trillion in assets under management, AUM, otherwise known as. And this scenario is super chaos. That doesn't sound like a native English speaker. BlackRock Paris headquarters. Protests at BlackRock head office. Now, the Parisians know how to protest. U.S. should take note. As long as they're not burning down cities, And Macron is not backing down. And this is all about pension reform, my friends. Protesters block major highways, universities, high schools, industrial areas with protests against pension reforms. This is Lyon, France. Okay, maybe they are burning down cities. I take that back. This pension reform. It's because it's a dictator. It's a dictator move. It's a dick move. Okay. So this is probably one of the more concerning stories right here. This is today. USNI.org. China deploys aircraft carrier strike group off of Taiwan's east coast. MSNBC, anything about that? No. They're going to probably attempt to blockade Taiwan, and that's going to be also trouble, especially if the Chinese have hypersonic missiles and an American carrier group goes over there. Might get ugly. Oh yeah, and cocksucker Kevin McCarthy, U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, is in Taipei, my friends. So, the carrier strike group is operating off of Taiwan's east coast after transiting the Bashi Channel on Wednesday in its first training voyage in the Western Pacific. The CNS Shandong, it's a huge damn aircraft carrier. My dad always told me that if an aircraft carrier has a pitched takeoff surface, that means they're not real confident in taking off and landing. So he did work with airframing a lot, so I trust his judgment. And again, there's not much here, but again, this is the geography of it all. Allegedly, it's there. Yeah, it is off of Taiwan's east coast, so it's out here somewhere. That's interesting. China does not really have a blue water navy, so this exercise actually is a fairly important step into acquiring one. Now, here's one that's near and dear. Oh, I hate this guy. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment below. I'll let you know mine as well. It was also written on April 1st. Thought it was maybe a joke. Alas. Well, fortunately, it's not. Former U.S. President Barry Soetoro, Barack Obama, one of the worst presidents of my lifetime, to relocate to Kenya in June. Might be his birthplace, my friends. A lot of very suspicious activity about that. Further, Africa is not a site that is a joke, though. They would not run April Fool's jokes. I would like to assume this looks legit. So, Barry Soetoro is resettling in Kenya for at least a year as special envoy for U.S. diplomacy, i.e., he's basically picking up a check for probably doing fuck all in a deployment which he makes him truly grateful as I pay tribute to the land of my father and forefathers and me, most likely. Forged birth certificate. They released a layered document of that, which me and others, myself and others, picked apart almost immediately. And they didn't even bother. They didn't even go through the motion to try to fix it. It's like 2 clicks could have fixed it, but they didn't do it because they don't care. Okay. So, is he getting away from something? Maybe. Is like the shit about to hit the fan and he wants to be outside the United States? Possibly. I'm thinking more, this is a money laundering vehicle, my friends. Of course, a bunch of new aid will probably be coming to Kenya. And maybe Mr. Special Envoy for U.S. diplomacy gets a cut. That's my prediction. Could be right. Could be wrong. We may never know. Nominated by President Joe Biden, the former president was confirmed with the U.S. Senate, exploring the possibility of sending retired presidents to the countries of their ancestry or birth. Obama's expecting, then they can fucking keep him too, okay? And take fucking Michael with you. Take Big Mike with you. On June 13th, or what his team calls a reconnaissance trip, you can stay. Just fucking stay, alright? He's indicated his desire to set up an office outside the capital of Nairobi, and this office will help him better understand the devolution and promote coordination among countries before he can seek an enhanced diplomatic partnership between Kenya and the U.S. Yeah, he's going to be grifting a bunch of money, skimming our tax dollars, most likely. With speculators saying property prices could triple in no time. Mooted countries of his stay included Siaya, which is home to Kalego village, where his grandmother confessed where he was born. Okay, I'm not even going to go over the geography of Kenya here. And he will spend most of this time in Nairobi and expected to shoot his much anticipated documentary In the Land of My Father. Yeah, this is going to be a legalized theft, my friends. Enlisting in part Morgan Freeman and Sir David Attenborough. Okay, that's enough of this cocksucker. Oh, wait, it's not clear if Obama will be accompanied by Big Mike, but sources close to him can confirm that Malaria and Sasha will be in the country and might, for the first time ever, engage in high-level political meetings. I guess they're getting their foot in the door, my friends. And that's about enough. I'm sick of this fucker. Wish he'd go away forever. But anyway, that's that. That's all we're gonna do. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this man, and he gets Secret Service wherever he goes too. By the way, so gotta keep him safe. Gotta keep that cocksucker safe. So that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Thanks for watching. A little miscellaneous tour of smaller stories that no one's really covering except on the alt media, new tech media, I should say. And I don't think I'm anything special. I just do this to cure my crippling social anxiety, my friends. So thanks for watching. Pick up some non-perishable food. A lot of shit is going down, my friends. It's a busy, busy, busy week. So be prepared. Stay frosty. God bless.